Stampers, it's Kim Vogel with the Basement Bunch Stampers here for another terrific Tuesday video, and today I'm going to share with you my ultimate favorite ever item available during our celebration promotion that goes through March 31st, and it is the stamp set that is called Heartfelt Blooms. And this stamp, it looks so realistic, and I wanted to share with you some of the cards that I made. This is also a good set, I feel, anyway, because it's got some of really good sentiments on there for doing sympathy cards, thinking of you, thank you. Other than birthday, those are probably the most cards that I send out, and so I love this stamp set for the simplicity of it, but yet the beautiful image that it gives by just stamping it in one color and not even doing any coloring on it. Next week, I will showcase for you some cards that I made where I actually colored in these flowers. But today I want to show you how beautiful they look just by doing one simple stamp, and then I added a little bit of Wink of Stella to it. I'm not sure if you can see the Wink of Stella on my video, but let me bring it in a little bit closer here. And I added Wink of Stella just to the flower right around here. And what I did is I created these cards in all of the new in colors because I felt that this floral, fresh florals paper was perfect to kind of go with the gray. And again, I love this this card and the stamp set. So for me, I'm always wanting and needing a sympathy card, and that's something that you just don't feel like making when you need it. And so I'm going to actually make up a good handful of these cards and have that be on hand for when I do need those sympathy cards. Or I have people that will buy my cards and say, hey, do you have any sympathy? And I'm always running low. And again, this is a really quick and simple way to have a nice supply of cards on hand for that. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to be making the card today in Berry Burst. Berry Burst right now is my favorite Stampin' Up color, so I decided to make the card in that color to share with you today. And so what you're going to do is you are going to cut a piece of Berry Burst cardstock in half at 4 1/4. So it's 4 1/4 by 11, and then I went ahead and I scored this at 5 1/2, and that is the the base of my card. I then cut a piece of paper out of that fresh florals. I cut it at 5 1/4 by 4. Remember that these are all double-sided, but I chose to use this side right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere this down to my card, and you will see how simple this card goes together. And all of the cuts are pretty simple to do, and I made, I think, 10 of these cards just in a matter of about 40 minutes, so not bad at all. Then you're going to cut cardstock, and I have 3 different sizes here. The gray is cut 4 by 3, and 4 by 3 is a really good size that I like to use a lot because it's a good cut of 12 by 12 and not wasting anything. So the gray is 4 by 3, and then I cut a piece of white that is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then what I did is I cut a piece of white to put behind it just a little bit bigger. And the bigger piece is just 1/8 bigger, so that is 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. So the sizes go 4 1/8 by 3 1/8, 4 by 3, and 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, and this is the one we're going to be stamping on. So I'm going to put the other 2 to the side. Make sure you always stamp on the smallest one. And I'm going to bring a piece of grid paper in here just because I don't want to get my other paper all dirty, but I want to show you how simple it is to stamp this and the beautiful image that you get. So I'm going to bring in my Berry Burst ink with my flowers from that Heartfelt Blooms stamp set. And I kind of stamped it a little bit on an angle, and so that's what I'm going to do here. But look at that beautiful image that you get just from that one stamp. It looks so realistic. I love it. I think it is just gorgeous. From there, I'm going to go ahead and stamp again. Mine says it's the Heartfelt Thoughts one that I'm going to be stamping on the bottom. And I inked it up already, and I'm going to stamp that on the bottom down there. And then what I used is some gray ribbon. Now this gray ribbon is also part of our sale-a-bration offerings. You actually get 3 bolts of ribbon in the pack. You get some Bermuda Bay, you get some basic gray, and you get some Calypso Coral. Now, if you don't want to put in a $100 order to get the ribbon plus the stamp set, we sell some basic gray ribbon in our annual catalog. It is the, I believe it's the satin stitched ribbon, and that is $8 for a bolt. So you could easily substitute that ribbon. And I encourage you to check out my website at kimsbasementbunch.com, because I am actually going to be listing an order that's exactly a little over $50, that you could make all of these cards. If you were to purchase the Fresh Florals paper, if you were to purchase white cardstock, gray cardstock, and bolt of ribbon. So I'm going to actually be listing everything out there for you to be able to make these. So make sure you check out my blog post. My blog post is the link is in the description of this video, but I will have everything listed there to make this very easy for you. So I'm hoping you kind of saw how I did my bow here. I kind of just wrap a piece of the ribbon around and glue it down with glue dots, and then I just tie a piece on. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snip this a little bit so that it's not quite as long. So there's my ribbon on there. From there, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere this onto my gray piece of cardstock. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this onto that piece that I cut. Remember, I have that white piece that I cut that's just 1/8 of an inch bigger than the 4x3. So it's 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. Just a hair bigger. From there, I'm going to go ahead and use dimensionals and adhere this with dimensionals. And so I'm going to put a dimensional in all 4 of these corners on this piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick those off. I love our dimensionals. I'm going to bring my card back in. And now some of my cards, I put this on an angle this way, and some I put on an angle this way. I'm going to actually put this one on an angle that way. And look how simple that card is to create. And from there, what I did is I used the Wink of Stella, which I don't have here at my my station right now, so I apologize. But I used the Wink of Stella, and I just went ahead and I added that to that. And you can see how it kind of blended that color a little bit. Can you see the difference there? That's the difference that the Wink of Stella makes. And I had that Wink of Stella included in my order that I am suggesting for you to be able to get this the stamp set for free. I'm going to go ahead and bring in all my other colors again of this card so you can kind of see the different variation that they give you. That is the powder pink, the fresh fig, the tranquil tide, love that one, and this is the lemon lime twist. And so that's the different colors that I made, and you can see that I have some of those down different ways. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I really hope that you think about adding this stamp set, Heartfelt Blooms, to your stamping collection. It is definitely one of my favorites, and one that I will definitely be keeping because of the simplicity of it for making cards that I need in a quick hurry. And this is probably going to be a card sketch that I'll definitely reuse over and over again. So thanks for stopping today. Again, I encourage you to check out my website at kimsbasementbunch.com. Also the link in this video for the blog post on this, where I suggest all of the supplies for you to order to make a set of these cards for yourself. You'll have lots of supplies to make lots of cards. And then you'll be able to select this awesome Heartfelt Bloom stamp set as your free sale-a-bration selection. Thanks for stopping today, and I hope you have a great day. We'll see you all next week. Bye.